connection. So come through, family, come back through. Send a heart so that those who are in the remote places can find these higher frequencies and find out how the black sheep are being sacrificed this week. So those of you who have had the patterns, the question I want to ask, how many of you, when you decided to look into yourself, just a little bit, you ain't even had to go too deep, when you decided to become intentional about your soul and you started to see some patterns in the family that you too have been a part of? The reason why you were able to see the pattern is because you saw the pattern in you. It starts with you. It starts with me. I can't speak for everybody else, but I know how the pattern gets shown clearly. When you see something is off or up with you, and you're like, where does this come from? And then spirit will start to show you. Look at your mama. Look at your daddy. Look at your aunties. Look at your uncle. Look at your cousins. Look at what they are. What's the common thread? What are they all having the same issue with? That's the pattern. That's the generational curse, so to speak. That is the pattern and the generational curse. That's how you find it. You got to take a step back. Some of us got to really be out of the picture. Like something got to happen that really hurts us for us to see it, because we ain't getting it. Universe been tapping you, but you ain't been getting it. So it's when those things happen, you begin to see the pattern. And that pattern that you're finding is the family BS. The pattern that you're finding is you're finding the parasite. You are finding the parasitic entanglement in the bloodline that has had its hooks in your bloodline for generations. And every person that comes in gets exploited to this because they pick up wounds. They get raised by people with wounds, and then they pick up more wounds, and they don't really have the strength to fight their way out, or they don't have the guiding light, or they're not a star seed. Whatever reason, they weren't able to find the doorway. Some of them find the doorway, but they forfeit the mission. Some of your parents found the doorway, but they forfeit the mission, or your auntie or uncle. You ever seen somebody in a family where you're like, damn, I learned this from them, and now they up here side tripping. That's because they forfeit the mission. They forfeit the mission. And now it's on you, right? And the cycle continues until someone steps it up, which is you, the black sheep. You're the one that here to break it. And so there's an allegiance in the wounds. People can only love you. I don't care how much they say they love you. They can only love you according to their wounds, to the level of their wounds. So their wounds come first. Let me let y'all know that. Sorry to break it to some of y'all. Their allegiance to the demonic incline, their allegiance to the wounds come first, because they're not willing to give up their wounds. They haven't addressed their wounds. So they can't deal with that. Nothing personal. It's nothing personal against you. They haven't dealt with themselves. So they're a part of that, and that's just what it is. And we are at this point where a lot of us have accepted that, meaning we accept that's what it is. Not that we accept the bullshit, but we accept that, you know what, that's where they at. And in true love and light, those who are really on this ascension path in the love frequency, you realize that you just got to accept. Acceptance is the next highest frequency in the love frequency. So accept that that's where they are. Accept that they are consumed by their wounds. So they are also in tight allegiance with the demons. They are in tight allegiance with the demons that always want to attack people like you who bring light through the family. Remember that. I don't care how much you want to look at them and say, oh, I love my mama, I love my daddy. Demon. Always admit to yourself that they have an allegiance to the demon before they will ever have an allegiance to you. Doesn't mean you can't love them, but stop crossing your boundaries. Stop thinking that it's going to come around someday. No, do you see them fixing their wounds? If they're not fixing their wounds, they cannot help you. If they're not fixing their wounds, they will not have your best interests at heart. If they're not fixing your wounds, they are in allegiance with this sacrifice that has been happening to you and the sacrifice that's happening right now. Ashe, know that, right? They refuse to grow and heal because it hurts. That's exactly what it is. They can't, it hurts them. Why does it hurt so bad? Why do I feel so sad? They sad, they hurt. And when you have true love and understanding, you say, all right, they hurt. They can't do no better. Forgive. That's what forgive them for. They know not what they do means. They're unconscious. They're walking around unconscious like zombies. They don't know themselves. No matter how much they think they do, they rather lick their wounds as they project onto others and deflect. That's why they gaslight you. They deflect. And even if you feel like you come to them like, I got the answer, they're going to be mad at you. Let me tell y'all something that I had experienced recently, why I'm even bringing this message to y'all. When you sit down and talk to them and you think, oh, I'm going to help, I'm going to, I mean, I've been knew I couldn't help, but I was having the conversation because I'm setting my boundaries like this is what it is. And I'm gonna share the truth with you, whether you like it or not, whether you understand it or not. This is what it is. And I'm talking to that energy behind them. I don't take it personal. I'm letting that demon know that I see you. And this is what we're not gonna do. I'm setting my boundaries with you, and they'll pretend and say, oh, okay, I understand, yeah, I know, because you do your spiritual thing, and I know, and I want to respect that, and I do respect you, and they're going to act like they do, but they don't. And let me tell you another thing, you piss them off, you rile them up. When we come and we tell them, hey, this is what it is, and they oh, okay, I understand. No, they don't. Number one, they don't know that they don't, and they're getting ready to launch an attack. Let me let you know that. Not them consciously. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Not consciously, but you see that demon that you riled up when you came and you had that conversation with them. This is what I call authenticating the vibratory field. You not allowing them to sow seeds of inauthenticity with you no more, while you sit here and act like you don't know what's going on when you see clearly what's going on in the energetic realm, spiritually speaking, which is the truth of what's happening. So when you say it to them, you're letting that demonic energy know. You're letting that wound in them know that I see you. And this is how I'm going to operate with you. I love you, but this is what it's going to be. And they are pissed. When I tell you, the demon gets pissed when you see them. And on top of that, you let them know that you see them, because that's what authenticating the vibratory field looks like. Throat chakras, open them up. This is why it's important for us to shine through. For those of you who've seen my video with the card reading, I didn't do it here. You may find it on YouTube. I left the video on YouTube. I did the live here, but I left the video on YouTube, right? I'm still in my healing journey, but I'm not sure how. I try my hardest not to project, but that just means there's still some more work to do. That's all. Come check me out in a workshop. The next workshop is going to be in September. The next full moon workshop, full moon transmutation, is going to be in September. I highly suggest you all get in at these. I've been doing this since 2021. And every time it helps people unlock a code in them. I highly suggest you get into a workshop, because it's definitely going to help you where you need to go. Or I highly suggest you make an appointment and have a one-on-one with me, because I can guide you through the process, right? If you would like to, if you so choose. It don't got to be me, but if you so choose. Ashe. So when you say these things to them, when you speak to them, you are speaking to that demon, and it hates that you see them. Let me tell you, they hate you with a perfect hate. I don't care how much they smiling with you. You are cutting a tear in the bloodline where the inauthenticity has been sowing seeds for generations. And so when you come and do that, especially with the matriarch, like I did it with the matriarch, the grandparent, like I went to the source. I don't got time to be playing around here with these cousins and even aunties and uncles. Like I went to the source. Like I'm gonna go and get it at the root, the matriarch. And it is what it is, but you piss them off and they come after you. They come after you. If you didn't get a chance, you may want to see the video I did on the card reading on us sharing, opening up our throat chakras. The last full moon was very focused on the throat chakra. We had a throat chakra day in the chakra infusion. Heavily wanting us to express and shining through. Expressing your throat means being in your soul's integrity. It don't always mean speaking up, yelling at anybody. It means, are you going to set your boundary and abide by it, particularly and especially with family and in the bloodline? You got some serious cutting to do. You got some serious severing ties to do, right? If you don't mind me asking, what's your opinion on narcissism? Oh, we could go all in with narcissism. I am a narc victim. Well, I don't consider a victim. I call it a survivor. I've been through it. And what I'm telling you now, I realized recently that my whole damn family is narcissistic. Right? And this is not just a personality disorder. I'm telling you that. Let me give you my take on. I'm gonna give you what little bit I could, because we need to do a whole video on narcissism. I'm gonna do a whole different live where I have some time to sit with you all with that, because right now I don't have much time as I'm getting ready for the meeting. But the narcissism is a disease. Narcissism is a disease. It's a demonic entity, a stronger entity. It is compared, it is like it works hand in hand with the parasitic entanglement in your bloodline. And that's why the family acts like that. They get real narcissistic because a narcissist wears a mask. A narcissist wears a mask because the mask is its identity, right? Whether I'm talking about a person, take what I'm taking at levels. Take what I'm saying at levels, whether it's a person or it's a collective. And there is a narcissistic collective. There's a family collective. There's a society collective. There is a humanity collective of narcissism. It wears a mask because it has no true identity of self. And that mask is itself. So if you threaten to take off the mask, it's like death to the narcissist. So what am I saying? In regards to the family, if they have been wearing this mask all this time, because that's what they do, they mask and parade around in their mask, they masquerade around acting like they're holier than thou in the churches, all of that. They do all of that to act like they're good. They wear these lies to tell themselves they're good, but they're not. And they're desperate. And so when you start being the truth, you start peeling that mask back for the family, and they can't have that. So they begin to launch attacks because to them, you're spilling the blood. It's like, oh, the blood is leaking. The blood is leaking. What can we do? Right? And so now they got to destroy you. That's the narcissism. That's why they gaslight you. That's why they manipulate you. These are narcissistic traits. These are narcissistic behaviors. These are the tactics that are played, particularly and especially in your bloodline. So mainly, most of you, most of us are dealing with narcissistic families because they're not operating in truth, which means they're wearing masks. Ashe? So I'm giving you Ashe. Yes, thank you for the trust. Trust is the beginning of the creative process at the root. Let's go. Trust the truth. Because the truth is in the root. And you'll know it by the fruit. Ashe. I'm a narc thriver as I kill myself, the covert narcissist. Ashe. So you and see, there are some that recognize it in themselves and say, no, we ain't doing this no more. I gotta kill this in me every day. Every day is an ego death day. Every day. As a narcissist, that's the only way that they can come out of it. Every day is an ego death day. You got to be willing to die. You got to be ready to die every day, killing out those old parts of you. So that's what happens in the bloodline. And that's how the narcissist exists in the parasitic entanglement. So think parasite, narcissist, right? And the demon is a virus. We gonna get into that. We gonna get into that. But before I go, the main thing I want to share with y'all, because that's what I came on. We gonna talk some more about this. If this is what y'all want to hear more of, let me know. Message me. We'll have more conversations because there's layers to this. But the main thing I wanted to let you all know, the message I was getting is that the black sheep are being sacrificed today. Not today, this week. Maybe some is happening today, right? I got some of the attack today, and I knew that my family was doing something. I said, either somebody saw one of my videos, because I noticed they starting to notice my videos on TikTok. I left Facebook because they all up in my business in Facebook. They act like they don't want nothing to do with me, and they get on my stuff and get quiet and watch it, and they be sending all kind of energy. So I came off of Facebook, and I did not connect to any of them on TikTok, but some of them are finding me. So I know some of them, spirit is showing me some of them, and they don't even know that they being sent out like minions to come after me. We got demonic minions out here, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's real out here in these spiritual streets. Ashe, right? I cut off my entire family. That's because, and that's what I want to talk about. Thank you for bringing me to that. Why the black sheep are being sacrificed, right? Because you have made some changes. Some of you have made some radical changes. Some things that may have come up from November, some things that may have happened, and you think back, because I know what I'm saying. There's some issues that really happened in November that you were like, wait a minute. Oh, hell no. Like, this is zero tolerance. The cutoff game is real. And then in March, there was another major shift in March because it was an energetic seal that happened around that time. And so for those of you who were sealed in the seal, also felt a different type of shift. And it was even more pronounced to you that is really another level of the cutoff game, and you cut off some more, right? Then we just had the freshest one right now is the Mercury retrograde that we just had. And that Mercury retrograde took you to some things. It took take me through there, take me through there. It took us through it for you to get it through your thick skull. Whatever little thread you was still leaving connected to them, it gave you another level of zero tolerance that I have to cut off. There's no longer because we're not in the stage of, oh, I'm cutting them off and I know I'm gonna know. What happened recently made you see that you have to cut off. You don't have a choice. It's a matter of life and death in your spiritual ascension. It's a matter of you crossing this next timeline versus you collapsing in the old timeline. And you don't want that collapse. And you feel that. So you had to let go. Oh, thank you. You love the earrings. Ashe, ashe. So you had to let go, right? Oh, this must be somebody that really know me. You know my name. Oh, Nana. Hey, Nana. So you had to let go, right? Yeah, the mask is setting their face off. It is. They on the set, they getting set off. They set tripping, right? So the recent things that happened let you know I have to cut off. This is do or die. And now they're feeling that. Okay. So now the attack is really coming on. Now they feel like they got to sacrifice you. Never mind the fact that they've been sacrificing you, right? They've been doing it. Yes, they are the messengers. They help us to see where we not supposed to be and what we not supposed to do, right? So they are the messengers. Don't get me twisted. I do recognize that. They're the reflections. Life is a reflection. So when people start cutting up in front of you, don't just point at them and blame them. They are the reflection that's showing you something about you. What have you been entangled with? What have you been allowing? Where have you not set a proper boundaries so that this does not reach you? They're reflecting to you something that you are not doing or something that you are doing. Right? Yes, evolution versus stagnation. This is a matter of life and death, whether you will evolve or stagnate during this ascension time, because we are in a very pivotal ascension time right now, and we are in a creative portal. Ashe, much love to you as well. Right? So, said literally before I click, thank you. Love right back to you. I do this for the love. I do this for the love in the love frequency. So welcome in. Follow, follow if you want more. Join one of the next workshops we're having is in September. So if you really want to tap into this, you're going to want to join a workshop. So this is what's happening right now. And what it is, the black sheep, let me go back to this. So you've been the sacrifice. They've been sacrificing you. And now they feel like they got to do it again because the blood is leaking. So they want to draw your blood. Their blood is leaking. The more you do the work, the more it's like, ooh, it's leaking. Like, hey, who cut us? So they feel like blood for blood, basically. They got to draw your blood. They got to do something to you. So There's a major sacrifice happening this week, and there's a cutoff, right? One of the message I was getting fresh out of the dream, it had to do with a black wolf. And the black wolf was actually speaking to me, and it was white, then turned black, and then started speaking to me and letting me know clearly. And it called out a specific family member name to me to let me know I need to go speak to them, or I need to, even though they said they probably won't hear, but the message can only come from me. But part of that message, which I understand this message to be kind of general for a lot of people, is that there is a cutoff, that something is being cut, something is being sacrificed, and something is being cut. And the cutoff, from what I was getting, is like it's like a cut at the neck. Like there's a cut at the neck, and it's like either you're cutting, or either you're going to voluntarily be like, that's it. The cutoff can either be, that's it, I'm not blocking this no more, or it's that they're sacrificing you, and the cutoff is going to be there. It's like I'm seeing beheaded, right? Being beheaded and being cut and chopped at the throat. So I was sent to give that warning, and then another part of the message came through a confirmation through someone else, that as I explained this, the confirmation came that the black sheep are being sacrificed this week. And I was like, there it is, makes perfect sense. And then the black sheep is understanding that the black sheep is really the white sacrificial lamb. I want us to understand this. The black sheep have been being sacrificed in certain ways, and there's a end of the road sacrifice happening this week. How it ends is dependent on you, but there's an end of the road sacrifice. Ashe? So it's that you have already been being sacrificed, and now you're going to. And now the thing to know about it as well is that whether you are empowered or not, that's the difference of how you're going to experience this. If you are empowered, like the real light warriors, ones who are similar to me, or everybody's on different levels, but as an empowered light warrior, an empowered empath, we are the ones that's doing the sacrifice voluntarily. So it's either going to be voluntarily or involuntarily. We are voluntarily saying, that's it. I'm doing the sacrifice myself. I'm being the Abraham. I'm going to walk my own child up to the top of that mountain. I'm going to do the sacrifice myself. Sacrifice. And knowing that it's over. I've made all the sacrifices already. Time. I've made all the sacrifices already, and it is over. So that's voluntarily, and that's when you're empowered. Versus disempowered means there's going to be a sacrifice, and you may feel it harder because you're not aware of it, or you weren't prepared for it. So it's going to feel like you're being dragged. So I'm saying this on both ends, for both ends of it, whether you are empowered or not, to be prepared so that when you see it, you're not thrown off. If you're empowered, it's already, done. It's already good to go. Ashe, evolution versus stagnations. Yep. Much gratitude. Exactly. You're welcome. You're welcome. That makes sense. No wonder she's trying so hard to get in my energy field. Yes, y'all, please pay attention. They are desperate energies doing desperate things, and they will be trying to come into your energy field. They will be trying to throw you off. And as I said, my family was operating through another another one of my children that are close to me today. And when I caught it, I realized that they was either talking about me, or they saw one of my videos, which activated annoyance for them. And so when they get annoyed, they send a certain energy your way. They don't got to purposely be thinking about you. Remember I said, not flesh and blood, principalities and energy. They could just think a thought about you, real negative, or how they really annoyed with you, like they shooting darts at you. And wherever you are, something's going to kick up around you, but you got to always be on your P's and Q's so you can catch it and you can know what it is and be like, I see you. Return to sender. I see you. Let them know that you see them. If spirit gives you an intuitive hit, call their name and let them know I'm sending it back. You will not send out an attack. You will not launch attacks my way. So I say this for all of us here this day, and we're going to follow up. because I gotta go now. I gotta get into my meeting. So we gonna follow up. I'm going to do a part two to this because there's a little bit more that I want to share with you all. Another part of that lesson that came up today that has to do with your level of the degree in which you detach. This has a lot to do with it that can help y'all. So I'm going to leave y'all with this. It is according to the degree that you detach, that determines to the degree where there will be a vibrational match where they can attack. That means they will have access to you, but that is dependent on your level of attachment. So this is why it's really important that you cut off, sever all ties as much as possible. I'm gonna give y'all the message the wolf gave me. Cut. It's cutting time. Cut or be cut, because the black sheep are being sacrificed this week. So make up your mind. And the to the degree in which you have your detachment, that is to the degree in which they can reach you. Even if they reach you, it'll be like water coming off of a duck's back. You will quickly. That's how I recognize it, and it was a quick alchemy. It didn't even come near me. 10,000 shall fall at my right and my left, but it shall not come nigh thee. Psalms 21. Yep, I know the Bible. I know my little spots. It will not come near you, but you got to be prepared, Pair, paired with the divine ahead of time. Prepare. Be prepared. That's for the Lion King people. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go on off and get in this meeting now. I shared with y'all. If we want more, message me. Let me know. I'm definitely going to do a part two, but I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow because tomorrow is a new moon, y'all. I may come back on after the meeting, depending on how I feel, depending on how my energy is, because it takes energy to talk to you all and it takes energy to go into the meeting. So depending on how I feel, I may come back. If not today, if I don't do the part two tomorrow or tonight, then it will be the day after because I got to focus on the new moon for tomorrow. So we'll catch up. Stay woke. Don't be a joke. Please don't take it personal, and know that it is you who are the spiritual leaders and the spiritual elders in your family. I don't care who's older than you. If you're doing the spiritual work, you're the spiritual elder and it's being passed to you. And that's why you're under attack. All right. Ashe. So be blissed, be very blissful, be in your love and light, and continue to let your flame ignite under this Leo fire. All right. Peace, love, and light. Thank you all for who came through. Peace.